man, this team just continues to blow my mind. Like, before this game even began, the second in a row against Vegas, the second part of a home and home, I was kind of already just like tapping out, I was saying to myself, this team is done. They've lost so many games in a row. Vegas has won 5 in a row. Vegas is trying to make the playoffs, so they're going to come out with a good effort, and Vancouver has just been so inconsistent and not great, to the point that even with Hughes and with Besser in the lineup, you're still losing games in the way that you see the team lose games. They play for only 5 minutes at a time. They play for only 10 minutes at a time. They completely crap the bed at the beginning of the games, and it usually bodes very poorly for the rest of the night. But this game, no Hughes, no Besser against Vegas in T-Mobile Arena. They win 5-1? Are you kidding me? Now, I'll give Vegas credit, because they did have a good amount of high-quality chances towards the goal. Money Pucks Deserve to Win-O-Meter actually had Vegas as a victor in the 1,000 simulations they did of this game based off of the expected goals. It's just Thatcher Demko went out there and made some brilliant stops. But the Vancouver Canucks ultimately come away with the win here, 5-1 as we said. It's a game that I really didn't expect them to win, but you know what? When you have some guys coming out of the lineup, it kind of opens the door for more players to step in and be effective in the roles that those previous guys had. So this one didn't start off all too well either for the Vancouver Canucks. We had talked about slow starts before. This one sort of had a little bit of a slow start as well. JT Miller went to the box for slashing. Fortunately, the Canucks killed it. But eventually, it's Jack Eichel who gets an opportunity right in front. It's a brilliant feed, and Demko makes just such a crazy save where the puck is barely trickling towards the goal line, and Demko has to grab it before it crosses. But the loose puck rebound ends up getting bounced around in front, and eventually Eichel gets it, he scores it, and it's 1-0 Vegas, just past the halfway mark of the first period. Stop me if you've heard this before. Thatcher Demko making some beautiful saves, but the team just not being there to support him because of it. Well, it didn't take long for the Vancouver Canucks to dispute that idea and completely go against the grain. Because Ben Hutton, towards the end of the first period, went to the box for holding. There's no Quinn Hughes in the power play, so what do? They throw out OEL to be the top of the umbrella. He is anchoring the first unit now. And you can really see a difference in the way that OEL mans the point compared to Quinn. Quinn likes to hold onto the puck, he likes to shift around, he is usually every second pass when the Canucks are on a power play. OEL, not necessarily the same. He gets shots through and he tries to move it to different players, not just the same left, middle, right, middle, left, middle kind of movement. OEL takes a long shot, there's a rebound out in front, and Horvat is right there after giving the screen, who has an open net to bury it in. It's 1-1. Horvat from OEL and Elias Pettersson, and then as quick as you could process the actual results coming onto the board here, the Vancouver Canucks score again. It's Brad Richardson getting his first goal as a Vancouver Canuck in 8 years, something like that. Like, it's crazy just even remembering that Brad Richardson is on this team. But there's a giveaway by Vegas in their own zone. Garland with the steal. Richardson passes it to Dickinson in the slot. Dickinson fans on the shot, but Richardson is right there on the rebound to give the Canucks the 2-1 lead 17 seconds after they tied it 1-1. The Canucks get themselves another power play towards the end of the first, but it doesn't really work. They can't break in, they can't control, and it's kind of the dichotomy between two power plays in the first period for Vancouver. The second period, though, is filled with more of some of the same patterns we have seen for Vancouver. 5 minutes in, it's Jonathan Marchessault who gets a beautiful one-timer in the slot, but Demko makes another point-blank save. Then you give it a few more minutes. It's Tanner Pearson in his own zone trying to break it out. He's got Nick Waugh all over him. But Waugh is kind of in a precarious position because he's got his arms wrapped around Pearson. He's got the stick kind of hooked in there. And so Pearson, the NHL veteran that he is, he recognizes this. And he starts to skate forward a little bit more, and he forces Waugh to drop his stick. Pearson knows that if Waugh continues holding onto his stick, then that's going to be a penalty. So Waugh drops it. It gives Pearson some room to break out. Pearson, just right outside the offensive zone, drops the puck down for Miller, who comes in. He sends it to the right side, where Elias Pettersson holds onto it for a little bit. And Elias Pettersson, oh my goodness, he dangles it left, right, he's going backhand, forehand while teasing the puck on the right side, and then he throws it right into the middle for Tanner Pearson, a beautiful one-time feed. Pearson, across the body shot, he scores. It's 3-1 here off of a great shot, but an even better pass by Elias Pettersson, drawing all the focus from Vegas towards himself and bamboozling everyone with the centering pass. This is about the halfway mark of the game, and I believe the Vegas total shot count at this point is like only 9 shots on goal. So Vancouver, even though Demko had to make a few magnificent saves like we know he is capable of doing, they capitalized on their chances. Vegas did not, and they had a 3-1 lead because of it. The Canucks had some good chances towards the end of the second period as well, too. Horvat got a chance by himself in front on the rush. It was saved by Lehner, but it was a close one. And then you had yourselves JT Miller, who is skating towards the Vegas blue line in the Vegas zone. So he's skating just down the boards. He drops it over at the point for OEL, who takes the puck, comes forward with it a little bit, and instead of just shooting it because he's got a lane to the net, he passes it right into the slot for Elias Pettersson, who just jebaited Jack Eichel, went around the net, and found himself all alone with the open cage. Elias Pettersson, stick on the ice, open net, he makes no mistake. It's 4-1 Vancouver, and JT Miller has 2 points on the night. Now, I get it, Petey has 3 points as well, so good for him, but like Miller, he's getting up there with 84 points on the year, and this one was a very nice one to put that number up. The second period comes to an end, and Vancouver has a 4-1 lead. Like, how the hell is this possible? Vegas had their chances, they just couldn't capitalize on them. Vancouver was playing up with physicality. You had some Burrows and Hunt hits that were going out there, making some damage on Vegas. And then in the third period, we had ourselves another penalty. It's Elias Pettersson who draws a McNabb call. Canucks go to the power play, and they score again. Like, what? Are you kidding me? There's a turnover off the Vegas dump-out attempt, and Alex Chiasson gets it right in front. He refuses to shoot. Lehner commits to Chiasson, and Chiasson makes a cheeky little behind-the-back pass to Elias Pettersson, who's got an open cage. He shoots it. He scores it. 4th point of the night for Elias Pettersson, and it's 5-1 Vancouver. 2 goals, 2 assists for Petey. There are some Bruce There It Is chants in the arena, and I think when the game becomes 5-1, you start to realize, okay, Vancouver's going to win. Like, there are 20 minutes left here. You don't usually see teams come back down 5-1 and winning, unless, of course, you're Florida against Toronto. Actually, it's pretty much just any team against Toronto. But Vegas still trying to keep their playoff hopes alive, went out there with a few great chances in the third period. You had some one-timers in front, Shea Theodore, you had Jack Eichel over there too. Demko made some crazy saves on all these opportunities. Vegas had a 5-on-3 opportunity for about a minute, and they couldn't convert there either. And it's just Demko. You had way too many pucks getting across the crease there, forcing Demko to either make a spread eagle save or a stacking the pads, extend your arms out in front of you kind of save. There was this one play on the power play where Demko made a desperation stop after the puck took a tip off the post. He had to dive to his left with no stick and stop the rebound. And the Vancouver Canucks ultimately win this one, 5-1. As we said, Money Puck had the deserve to win-o-meter at like 52-something% for Vegas up until like the last bit of the game there. This is the first time the Vancouver Canucks have ever beaten the Vegas Golden Knights in regulation in the regular season ever. There were those playoff wins, yes, but the regular season, the first time ever? My goodness. Now, Vegas sits with 82 points in 72 games played. They are still out of the wild card, and they are still out of the Pacific top 3. So, this team, with 10 games remaining, is barely hanging on to the postseason. They've got like a 50% chance of making the dance at this point, and Vancouver coming in here and ending their 5-game winning streak with a regulation loss is certainly not going to bode well if you're cheering for this Vegas team to make that dance. Peter DeBoer, The watch for him is on, eh? That guy's coming out here with a team that is just on the outside looking in, and I wonder if this guy does not survive the Vegas Golden Knights experiment for 22-23, and there's no Bruce Boudreau in Vancouver. Is there an opportunity that we could see some sort of a fit there? I'm just kind of speculating here, spitting off the top of my head. But either way, this was a game that I was ready to go out and just completely erased from my memory when I saw the game starting up and I saw no Hughes, no Besser, etc. I was ready to tap out, but no. The Canucks win. Let me know in the comments all your thoughts about this game over here. Vancouver 5-1 over the Vegas Golden Knights. Petey with 4 points, and Jack Eichel trying to do everything he can. It just isn't good enough, though. I hope you enjoyed this Trolls 99, and bye.